again, here from HWA Ranch. Today I'm trying to work on getting the rest of my irrigation system set up. I posted a short not too long ago this morning on the irrigation. It's up and running. I've got most of it set up the way that I want it for this summer, but I've still got to build one more fitting, and I'm going to work on that today for a little bit, and I'll video that. I haven't made a lot of videos lately. Been trying to understand what to do about sound. Still, again, I don't have the equipment to really do what I need to do for sound, and so I'm just going to try to talk a little louder when I try to explain things for now. But hopefully down the road I'll get the equipment that I need to do that the right way. So what I've got going on is I've got this coupler here, and I'm going to weld this to, let me go grab one. So I'm going to take an end cap like this for the 3-inch hand line, and I'm going to cut the end of it out, and then I'm going to take that coupler and I'm going to put it on here and just weld it on to where I can put this in the end of the pipe, and the coupler will come out at the end, and I'll be able to do the hook and latch 3-inch hose off of that. Hopefully I'm getting pretty good pressure out where I want to be, so it'll be interesting to see if I can still run 3-inch hose out the end of it and to one of the big rain gun sprinklers. So that is the idea. That's what I'm going for. So I'm just going to get to work on seeing what I can do with this. Almost. Morning, everybody. I didn't get to filming the rest of building my fitting just because my phone had died on me. But I did get it done and threw a little bit of primer on it and brought it out and set it up, and it turned out pretty good, and my idea for running my irrigation is working, so I'm pretty happy and excited about that. But we'll take a quick look at it here and then kind of show you some of the other stuff I got going on today. This is my fitting here coming out the end. So I've got 3-inch just hand line, using it as my main line coming all the way from my pump. I was kind of worried about not having more volume towards the beginning to help build that pressure, and maybe in the future I'll get there and get some, at least some 4-inch set up for mainline. But this fitting, I've got it right on the end here, and then it just goes to the cam lock now. Thing that I was struggling with was I was using the lightest rod I could use, with only using about 60 to 75 amps to weld. But the heavy steel here, it wasn't having any issues with that. But every time I would try to weld on this thin wall soft galvanized steel, I kept blowing through it with the weld. And so what I ended up kind of having to do is I just keep most of my heat on the thick steel, and I was just kind of trying to pull a little bit of the weld onto the thinner steel, and it seemed like it worked. But I'm no welder, so I'm not going to claim like that's a good looking weld or anything. But it's holding and it works, so that's all that matters to me. So, and then I've got all my 3-inch hose going all the way out here to my big sprinkler up here, which I'm going to go move now. And there we go. Have the sprinkler set up all the way down on the end here. Trying to get this corner watered really well before I move it to the other side of the pasture. And the hose, got about 400 feet of 3-inch hose coming all the way out here, and sprinkler actually does pretty well. It still has plenty of pressure. So I'm gonna go turn it on now. Looks like there's water out in the hose now, so it should be any second. There it is. Nobody got scared. That's kind of funny. They're getting used to it now. Bunch of projects going on over here. For the last few months I've been collecting hay equipment and trying to get it ready to go for the hay season, and see if we can't make our own hay here, give ourselves a cushion, so that we're not forking out so much money, and it'll be just nice to know that we have that extra hay in the barn. So today I got to work on this a little bit. I'm hoping to maybe make it to town, get some stuff that we might need to get this running. But the main thing on this one is right here, this wobble box down here. I got to figure out how to get that more secure. It kind of came loose on the last guy that had this, and it needs a new part for the like the pitman arm, the joint there for the mower needs to be replaced. It's pretty wore out. So that's the plan on that. So hopefully after I get that done, this will be ready to rock and roll in like a week, and then I can start cutting hay. After I get done cutting hay, then I've got my rake over here that is this here, just an old 2-wheel rake. Paid like 50 bucks for it. And the thing is I've got to fabricate something here that because this was just kind of sitting in an old junk pile, and it didn't have the receiver for it, but they had found this just kind of sitting in the same junk pile, and I asked them if I could have that as well, because I could probably make that work. So I'm going to weld a piece of receiver onto here and then figure out a way to brace it up and stuff. That's probably what I'll be working on here for a little bit. So then I can get this old 2-wheel rake set up and running, so that after I cut, I can rake it. And then yesterday I spent quite a bit of time with the baler that I bought here. It's a New Holland 278, and probably made back in the mid-70s is what I could find on the internet for information. And then I got all the chains lubricated yesterday. I got everything greased. I'm pretty sure I found every zerk on this thing. And there was quite a few. I probably put almost a whole tube of grease just on this machine. Kind of cleaned up the knotters and everything. I only paid $1,000 for this, and it's actually in pretty good shape, and I think that was definitely well worth the money. So I'm hoping that after I get the cutting and the raking done, the baler will work out for me and I can make bales. So I've got just some wedges in here in the bale chamber that need to be replaced, but my neighbor might be able to help me out with that, so we'll see where that goes. All right, anyways, now that I kind of gave a little idea on my equipment and what I've got going on with that, I was thinking about this this morning as I was thinking about working on all this stuff. But you know, it's kind of the same way with our spiritual walk. We, you know, when we first become believers, we're hungry for all this stuff, and it's kind of the same way with the equipment. The equipment's like, the more that we pursue God, He equips us with more and more all the time, and our knowledge gets greater of Him, and our knowledge helps us to spread the truth in the world. But so it's kind of like when we dig into God's Word and seek Him, He equips us with the equipment that we need to farm in the world. So that's just kind of my thought on that. So, you know, this might be the end of this video, and then I think I'm gonna just get to welding up stuff around here today, and I gotta shoe a horse. That's another thing I've been trying to pick back up and learn again, so maybe I'll get a little bit of that on video. So we'll check you guys later, and thanks for hanging out, watch my videos. So please do like and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully this keeps going somewhere. All right, God bless you guys. You're a goofy cow. Yeah, you are. Goofy cow. It's a good milk cow. Huh? It's a good milk cow. It's a Mr. Myra, which should be pregnant. Yes, she should. You should be due any time.